Welcome back to another edition of Fly Tying for Beginners. Today we're going to tie a pale morning dun. The hook I have in the vise is a standard dry fly hook. This is a size 14. The thread I'm going to use is a creamish color thread. We're going to attach the thread behind the eye and we're going to put down a base halfway. And then we're going to bring it back half of that amount. And this will be the placement of our wings. Now for the wings we're going to use mallard quill, but we want to use the bottom part. It's much lighter. We want to have a smoky gray color. I have a right and a left. We're going to take that quill, we're going to touch the feather to the shank, and we're going to poke the point through. And that is the size we want our wing. I'm going to do the same with the other one. Going to touch the wing, touch the shank, and pull the point through, and there's the size of our other wing. Now I matched them up with the curved side pointing away from each other. And we want this to be the length of the hook shank. Got that natural curve, we want it on top, and you want to tie these in going forward. So when we pick them up, they will be in the right position. Take a loose loop, pull it straight down, take another loose loop, and add a few wraps on the back. Trim that off close and a bit of a taper. We're going to continue towards the tail, putting a base down as we go. And we're going to stop it just about where the barb of the hook is. Now for the tail, I have a sandy dun. This is the top of a cape this feather came from. You can see it has nice long stiff barbels. Just take that and stand that up at a 90 degree. That makes it easier for you to remove them. Bring them together. You want them to be the length of the body. Size them up and tie them in right there. Wrap them in forward. I'm still holding them. I'm going to bring them to the back. And when I reach the back, I'm going to put one wrap underneath the tail. I'm going to take my dubbing, and the pale morning dun is a little bit darker than the pale evening dun. That's why we're using the smoky wings. And this is tan with a bit of yellow in there, or olive. We're going to make a nice small noodle, real skinny. Spread that out pretty fine. Wrap that really tight. Slide that up. I'm going to take a few wraps towards the back to get me to the tail. Then I'm going to move it forward. And we're going to stop this right before the wings. Now I'm going to take that wing, bring my thread right up to the wing first. I'm going to stand that wing up, pull them back. I'm going to wrap right up against the wing at the front. And we have our standing wings divided. I'm going to take a sandy dun, a light sandy dun hackle. See, I gave it the crew cut. I'm going to place that right between the wings. Going to get it tied down at the front first. And I'm going to move that to the back. You can see I have a bit of the crew cut still exposed. What this is going to do is ensure that when I wrap the hackle, the barbels aren't going to shoot towards the back right off the beginning. Stop the thread approximately 1 eye length or a little less from the eye of the hook. And we're going to wrap the hackle. Be careful, you could split the wings rather easily. And when I reach the wings, I'm going to grab the wings once more. I'm going to pull them back and wrap directly in front of them, rubbing the wings. And we're going to wrap the remainder in the front. When we reach the thread, we're going to go ahead and tie that off. Pull that hackle back and wind in front. Remove the excess. I have a few sticking out the front. I'm going to use my half hitch tool to push them back. Now we're going to tie off that head. Take your whip finisher. Give it a few turns. You want to clean your head cement brush off pretty well. And you only need a very little bit on there. And here we have a pale morning done. Hope that you learned something from this video. Hope that you would subscribe to my channel. Please refer me to your friends, leave comments, questions, suggestions, and most of all, thank you very much for watching my videos.